Should languages be balanced? Should you have the same level in all areas of communication? Listening, reading, writing, speaking? What do you think? I hope you like this video, and if so, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. Thanks a lot to my Patreons and my Ko-Fi supporters, and if you're ready, let's go. I'm just gonna start by saying no, language do not necessarily have to be balanced. It just depends, as always, on context. For instance, for me, it's important to have a balanced German because I'm working in German, I have my family life in German, and I think it's very important for me to have a very high level in all areas. I need to be writing well, I need to be understanding what I read, I need to be speaking confidently and as good as possible, and so on. So in that language, for me personally, it's important to have a balanced level. But in other languages, such as for instance Swedish, I don't mind if my understanding maybe gets to a, I don't know, I think right now it's maybe a B1, and my speaking is horrible because I do not need to speak Swedish. What I like about Swedish is listening to different podcasts I enjoy, listening to music I enjoy, and in that specific language, what's important to me is understanding. And I think this is a very personal choice. And so, in my opinion, the way I see it, if you need the language in your job or in your daily life, it would probably be good if that language is balanced, yes. But if you learn it as a hobby or maybe just something you enjoy, say you enjoy reading in foreign languages, maybe you don't know how to speak them, but it just never happens that you need to use them. Or maybe you enjoy listening, you enjoy talking, but you never write in that language. Then in my eyes, like, why should you bother? As I said, it's a personal choice, and maybe you love having a balanced language, or you need to take a test in which every area is tested. That's a different story. Should it be balanced? I guess so, if you need it for your daily life, for your job. I guess not so important if you're just learning it as a hobby. And yeah, so that's why sometimes I don't know, like I struggle with people criticizing others for their speaking level and saying, you don't speak that language. Well, you speak it in a very basic way, and that's okay, you know, like it's everyone's choice to decide how well do I want to be in all the areas regarding this language. For instance, I really enjoyed learning Latin, actually. It was interesting, I liked it. It was a different type of language when I was learning it at university, so it was about understanding and translating. It was a different concept, so I was not expected to speak it. And I mean, of course you could argue, well, like it's a dead language, but yeah, at the end of the day, there are people who just enjoy reading in different languages or who just enjoy talking. And it's a little bit of a controversial topic, but I'm thinking that if I ever get myself to learn Japanese, something I know I talk about a lot, sorry for that, I would just learn it by listening to it and talking, because that would be the main use I would be making of it. I heard that this is criticized a lot, but I'm a very pragmatic person, so I think, like, why would I spend so much time learning to read and write when the 90% of the things I would be doing would be talking and listening. So I might be wrong, and it's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to have a different opinion, but I just feel like that's how I would go about it, because it's just a practical thing, a pragmatical thing, saying what will I be needing from this language? And what should I focus on? And then maybe you can focus on the one thing you'll be using more, and then over time learn the other aspects of the language. What I did, for instance, with Italian, I just listened and talked. And then I started writing YouTube comments in Italian. And at the beginning, I'll be honest, I didn't know how to write. So I would use Dipo. Do you know Dipo? It's like Google Translate, but I feel like it's more accurate. and I would just type it in another language which I know how to write on, and then just copy paste it. But I would always copy paste the things I would have known myself. Like if I see a word I don't know, I would exchange it by another word, because I feel like, well, I couldn't have written it, but I could have said it. So, and then over time, that's the funny part, you learn how to write that way because you see it so often that you pay attention to how to write. I wouldn't say I'm especially good at writing in Italian right now, but I guess I'm a lot better than I used to be. But sometimes I'm kind of lazy and I still use DeepL, and I think there's no shame in that because there's a tool, and if it's not your focus, why lose time, quote unquote, on that if that's not your priority? Well, that's the way I see it. What do you think about it? I'll be very happy to see your comments, and thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.